Hi all, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are enjoying the Sunday. Let's welcome you all to the special session of our Market 360 degree. Definitely, watch the video so that you will get to learn more about what is happening across the world into the equity. So let's start with our Indian markets first. So Nifty, if you see from a weekly standpoint, we had a good weekly candle, bullish candle last week. Now this week, on Monday, I think we had a sharp fall, and after that we had a big consolidation into the markets. So if you see, we are taking a support at this pink line, which we already, earlier, if you see, this was getting resisted. Now it has worked when it is broken. Now it is coming and taking a support here. So it's like a CIP, change in polarity, you can call it. And on a higher level, 20 MA acted as a big resistance for Nifty. So Nifty was not able to cross 20 MA that easily. So that's the interesting fact right now. If you see, in the earlier weeks, Nifty took support on 20 MA and we had a good follow through. So here also we had a good follow through on the 20 MA. So now where are we? If you see the Bollinger Bands, they are trying to squeeze, inside to inwards, which means that the volatility in the market seems to be decreasing, and we are coming to a less volatile zones. So if you know the Bollinger Band secrets, not secrets. So what it means is, let's say when the price squeeze in, price will go at one direction, either up or either down. So let's say when we had a squeeze this time, the price broke out on the upside. Now if you see, before corona we had a squeeze, when the price was squeezed into the Bollinger Band, and we had a downside move onto the markets. So Bollinger Bands help you to understand the volatility, and when the squeeze completes we can get a direction of a market at one direction. So if you see, from a long time market did not had a squeeze. It was a kind of a balloon structure, but now both the bands now trying to, so this band is going upward and this band is going downwards, and we might see some kind of a consolidation till we find a squeeze. But if you see RSI point of view, we are at RSI 50, and 13 MA. So this pink line is holding, the markets. So definitely the, once 20 MA is crossed, then only the bullish trend will continue till the time we would be in a sideways and consolidation zone. But till now there is no sign of weakness as well. So don't, market trying to be, kind of a more into a consolidation zone. So right now, don't go shorts, or no shorts yet, until unless we broke, let's say, 17,500 or so at a downside, but no shorts till now. The structure is still bullish. Now if you see from a RSI point of view as well, these many weeks, okay, last so many weeks, we were doing the consolidation at RSI 50. Then we had a breakdown. We came to 40. Now we broke RSI 50, and at the same zone, RSI level, we are facing a resistance. And now we are taking a support on RSI 50, or we stopped at RSI 50. So now this is a support from a RSI standpoint. It's interesting to see if we get a bullish kind of a, pattern from here. So maybe 2 weeks kind of a upside. So interesting, gonna see what happens. But yeah, for now markets are holding. There is a consolidation with a bearish bias on a daily charts, but on a weekly charts we are still into the bullish territory. And I think a few weeks to be consolidation, and then we might see the upward journey. So that's the analysis as of now. So what we can infer from is, until and unless 20 MA is broke on the upper side, we will not see, much bigger move. It would be mainly consolidation between these two lines, blue and pink line. Okay, so that's for you for the Nifty. Bank Nifty, if you see, RSI resisted 60, so not exactly 60, but 55, 56 zone is also a 60 level. And yes, last week we have marked this level, which is 40 to 800 around, which is also a single print resistance on the market profile charts, if you have seen my videos. So we are yet to cross this, but I think for me it's mostly a pause, in the rally, and RSI is supporting. So there are two possibilities. We might get Bank Nifty also comes to 20 MA and RSI 50, or from here we see a breakout if the day high of last week candle is crossed. So interestingly, both Nifty and Bank Nifty are showing kind of a consolidation zone right now, but RSI point of view, we are at a resistance. And we made a kind of a red candle, but if you see, the closing is exactly above or at the same level where we closed on the last week. So we can't see, also there is a bearishness in the market. So it's like a pause in the rally. I'm still not having a bearish view onto the markets. So for the next week, 40 to 800, 40 to 850 zone would be a resistance zone, and on the lower side, 20 MA should act as a support. That is the first support. If that doesn't act around, then this pink line should act as a support on the Bank Nifty chart. And looking forward, these bands are also trying to squeeze in. So we'll see how it goes. And if the squeeze, let's say, takes some time for this. So just wanted to show you an example of the squeeze in the markets. So if you have seen this, this is the area. The Bollinger Band squeezed a lot. It's very near to each other, and then we had a one side, move on to it. So that is how Bollinger Band works. Here also you see a squeeze kind of a pattern, and then we had a broke down on the downside. So definitely Bank Nifty, markets can do some squeezing, and then we see some moves into the markets. So we'll wait for that. We'll see how next week, when the markets open, how this Bollinger Bands indicates us on that. And if I just show you one more last thing on the monthly chart, 20 MA is still acting as a support, and this 2 months high would be now the important thing. But on the RSI, we have a 60 resistance on the monthly for Nifty. Sorry guys, sorry. Yeah. So we are having a 60 resistance for Nifty as well, and we are not able to cross last week's last month's high. So if you see, we just went up, but still we face a resistance on that. But until unless 20 MA is holded, we are still in the bullish territory for the markets. For the monthly chart on the Bank Nifty, if you have seen, the Bollinger Band is showing that Bank Nifty is trying to go up. If you see, bank bands is moving upward, which is a sign that Bank Nifty can go uh, up. And RSI also is, we went, so Bank Nifty came here, the first 60, it worked, then it came, it did some consolidation, so we had a what I can say, bearish price movement, but RSI was still holding 60, and now RSI is trying to break out 60 on the monthly chart. So Bank Nifty currently definitely in the bullish territory, and we need to see how it works. If you see at this zone, Bank Nifty spent last 2 years, I would say, 2021 and 2022 completely, and 2023 as well. So it is all hovering towards RSI 60. Yes, we had a dip here, but that is also taken care. So we are still at these positions. And if you see earlier, just for you guys, knowledge and some nuggets that I can share, when RSI is broken, 60 is broken, you see good amount of movements that comes into market. So 17,000 to 22,000, 4 5 months continuously Bank Nifty was upside with RSI breaking 60. Okay, so that is the power when the RSI is breaking for the first time the 60. Okay, and here we see long consolidation into the markets. So if there is a breakout happening on the RSI on the Bank Nifty, we might see some huge targets into the Bank Nifty in a longer run. So that's the analysis. Hope that is, good for you. You understand the nuggets, and you understand how Bollinger Bands and RSI, you can combine, and why I like this trading setup, because this is what I feel, it's interesting. Anyways, let's go to Dow. What is happening? So Dow, if you see, this was a trend line. We broke the trend line. Now trend line, we came to take a sip. What you can say. Now this trend line, which was earlier a resistance, now acted as a support for this week. The candle is very small, kind of a inside bar, and kind of a, you can say, pause after the rally, and which was expected, because after 5 weeks of downtime, so let's say this you go, but 4 weeks of kind of a big move, so 31,000, 32,000 to 34,000, so 2,000 points in 2 weeks onto the Dow. Now the market is taking some pause, and if you see, the RSI is also kind of a resisting 60. And in the last video also, I told you that RSI is resisting 60 onto Dow from last 2 years. Okay, so if this time we broke, we would be in a bull run. We would be in a bigger bull run. So we need to wait and watch and see when RSI will go to 60 on weekly, what happens, and how the patterns are made on the candlesticks. But right now, if it is broken, definitely we see something big happening. From a monthly chart also on Dow, if you see, we see that okay, it is kind of a sideways, but now this bars are tilting, so slightly tilted. So we'll see what happens next week when the markets open, but eventually it will also have something. So I can show you also on the Dow, when we had a squeeze, and when we had a squeeze breakout, the rally continued. If you see in 2016, it has a long squeeze. We had a long squeeze onto the Dow, and then we had a breakout, into the price action. Now, I don't know. You can see this is a short squeeze onto the Bollinger Band, and then we had this breakdown at one side. So this is how the Bollinger Bands can help you to predict the trend, and to be with the trend, not against the trend. Here also we had a breakdown, but Bollinger Band came down, and then we saw a big move upside. So now what we can see now on the Dow. So definitely our target would be 34, the this line which is drawn, so around 34,800 can be seen if 2 days, two weekly highs, so let's say high of 2 weeks has crossed, and this should act as a support. This trend line should act as a support. If we see a major breakdown, then might be RSI coming to 50 and the price coming to 20 MA, and definitely we see some support taken onto that. So we'll wait and watch what is happening onto this. If I show you Nasdaq, what is happening on Nasdaq? Yeah. Nasdaq last 2 weeks we had a consolidation, and again we are having the similar consolidation. So nothing new and nothing much is happening. If you see, the RSI is also hovering around 60. So I told you, right, crossing 60 would not be that easy for any stock or for any, what you can say, indices. When the 60 is crossed, so let's say example I'm giving you, when the 60 crossed on 4th of October 2021, so now next 4 months you see continuous bullishness into the market. So 15,000 to 16,000, 16,500, we had a continuous bullishness into the market. When this 60 crossed, we had 3 months bullishness. When this 60 crossed, we have 5 6 months of bullishness. So when 60 crosses, you have a big bullish move trend coming in, but to cross 60 it takes huge time. So that's why the stock is hovering around 60, and sorry, Nasdaq is hovering around 60. So, and then that's why we are seeing a consolidation patterns happening. So we really need to see if we are getting crossed or we are going down. So my view or my experience is, if the price is doing uh, let's say kind of a durational stop at 60, then it will break down on a downside till RSI 50, or let's say 20 MA onto the weekly charts. But we need to see how it goes. Now it's just 2 3 weeks, so we need to see if it's is such a behavior sustained for next 2 3 weeks, then definitely we will have a breakdown rather than breaking up onto the Nasdaq. Okay, then S&P. S&P again kind of a sideways markets, and we are resisting 60 still, so we are not able to cross the 60. So definitely on the upside, the super trend would be the first target. Downside we can see 4,000 levels. But yeah, we need to get out of the consolidation zone, and I think whole world everywhere, indices, stocks, what you can say, commodities, all are in a consolidation zone right now. So we need to see how it works. But right now this is also into consolidation zone. So let's say gold also last week we had a consolidation, and I told you one example right now, that okay, if the price hovers around 60 and doesn't go up, then we see a breakdown into the pricing. And exactly what happened, if you see gold was doing hovering around 60 for 4 5 6 days, and now it has broke down on the lower side when RSI coming to 50. So this is comes with an experience, this comes with the knowledge, this comes with, let's say, um, how you see the chart, how you analyze the markets, in that way. So gold, we are into a big consolidation kind of a view from the last week. uh, our view was 61,000 should get crossed for an upside movement, but market is not able to cross 61,000, and market is and it is not bearish as well. So the price is not moving, but market is also not market is in the same zone. Now if you have seen, this is a kind of a shooting star, and you can see a bearish follow up to the shooting star. But I'm not gonna be bearish on the gold, because RSI is well above 60, maybe some pause into the market, but RSI is well above 60, and we are in a bullish territory only. So we'll wait and watch. If you see weekly also, and again an example of a RSI 60, when the 60 crossed, we saw continuous bullishness into the markets for the gold as well. So that is how it is interesting. You need to be watchful for. So we need to see, wait and watch on this. Still bullish zone, bullish in the bullish range. The lower side support is around 58,600, but consolidation to a bullish bias only we will trade on the golds. If I show you silver weekly chart, so after a long, what you can say, big rally, we are having a pause candle onto silver as well. RSI coming to 60 for taking a support. Here also an example, when the RSI 60 crossed, we saw a big bullish movements into the silver. Same way, it's there, and now silver is taking a support where it already took a multiple time resistance. So it's like a CIP on the silver. So again into a bullish territory. No recommendation of shorts. We will see the bullish entries only, to trade. And daily also coming to 60 on a support. So markets will take a supports maybe at 20 MA, or the super trend max, but markets will take silver will also take a support, and we'll see some upside movements into the silver coming in. Okay, so that's a silver. Let's say Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if you see on the weekly charts, we had a nice bullish breakout last time, and we had targets around 32,000, but 32,000 did not came, but 31,200 we reached, and now we had a bearish candle into the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is also coming to RSI 60 now, so which is a kind of which will should act as a support. Also, it came to in the zone where we had a lots of what you can say, consolidation. So definitely we need to see how it goes, but right now it is at support, and into the area where it took support from a law, or it did a consolidation. So yeah. And also if you see daily, it is on the RSI 40 supports as well. So we need to see how it goes. But yeah, Bitcoin, I am still not very bearish, but I am now very cautious on Bitcoin, because this 60 should work. Else, we might see some sharp sell off into the Bitcoin till 25,500. Okay, so we'll see how it goes on the Bitcoin. Then let's see what else. USD INR. Let's see Forex. Yeah, markets, forex still under consolidation. This triangle that we have drawn is not breaking up now. It is trying to take a support at 50. It took multiple times already. Now one more time it is trying to take a support. So yeah, I'll say bit consolidation. No, not much we can do here. We need to see what will happen, but it's for consolidation. So the option sellers into the USD INR might have been earning huge right now. I'm not doing that, so I don't worry. But yeah, we'll see when we will see when the trend is there. We will definitely try to catch it. But right now, I'm not interested into the USD INR. Crude, let's look at it. Crude, I think we had somebody asked me as well about crude. Let me show. Yeah. So crude again took a support. It went up, and now it is coming and taking a support exactly at RSI 20. Okay, and this should act as a good support for crude right now. So crude is at support now. Okay, and if I show you also, it is at 50 on daily, and also daily charts it is at 20 ma. Weekly also it is at 20 ma with RSI 50 support. So definitely, crude at a support. So we might see some bounce back into the crude. Okay, or we see some consolidation at 20 ma and then we see a bounce back. So both the possibilities are there, but right now crude is not in that bearish territory yet. So let's watch out for crude for the support. So I think that's it. Still, markets or last week was very difficult for trading, and we had a consolidation across the world markets. But now I think next week we might see something happening, at into the markets. So again, thank you guys for seeing the video. This video is only for educational purpose. Please do not take any trade or investment decision based on the view shared. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade or investment decision. Author is not responsible for any loss due to content in the video. So I hope you have learned something with this video. As I always say, be passionate about the markets, learn about the markets. You will definitely, be getting benefits in the longer run. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for encouraging us. We will come up with a new nuggets that you can learn what is happening in the stock markets. So your support will definitely help us. Thanks. Bye. Good weekend.